locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is Shepard on the catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And Tate's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 1 quarter in the books, 8-3, our score.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check 52.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Garoppolo. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Catch made by Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number three. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
He's got it at the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Going right side, he finds Slayton. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. On second down, it's Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Garoppolo now. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another run by Lindsay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the delay, it's Howard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a giant 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 48 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught at the 20.
That's it, baby. We're going to play.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and go on my game.
This will be caught at about the 6. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Garoppolo on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Yellow. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 57. Yellow. 57 is the mic.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all the zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Let's go, baby.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they